All right, guys. So, a reason why, one of the reasons why we have this amazing show here, it just really so we can get together and laugh and bond and create wonderful memories. But sometimes you got to bring up other memories, right? So, question to you guys. Do you guys have any childhood insecurities? Anything that you thought of when you were younger that you were insecure about, but as you've gotten older, you realize that,
Yeah.
we'll start with Mesa Lou.
Yeah.
Oh God! You always start the tough ones.
I
on here.
know, man. So as you asked this question, I remember thinking to myself, I don't think of those memories for a reason, right? Those are all tucked away very far back in the brain. But having to think about it, I mean, as a kid, I was really scrawny, super just tiny kid. I had glasses. I had the Boy Meets World haircut, like the Sean Hunter. So definitely not my best look. And I had that look for a long time, longer than I'm proud of. So those are probably my 2 or 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 main childhood insecurities. Was being kind of a nerd. I played sports. I loved sports, and I played sports even at that point. But glasses really kind of held me back. I even had asthma too. So everything you can possibly think of, like as like a nerd, like just think of Squinch. Right? Is that his name from The Sandlot?
I don't remember.
Okay, well that kid basically. That was me as a child. So yeah, it was tough. It was real tough.
Until what grade?
To what grade?
Yeah.
Oh, that again, not anything I'm proud of, but I would probably say 6th grade. I finally got contacts.
Oh, that's pretty soon.
I hit the weight room.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa.
I got my hair cut. And then
right,
people were like, "Wait a minute."
Hey, who's this guy?
Yeah, I'm like the pretty girl in the movies that like takes her glasses off.
That's when he went from Mesa to Mesa Lou.
The ugly duckling to the swan.
But yeah, so that I would say I want to say 6th grade is right around that time that I finally started to build some muscle, got some contacts, and cut my hair.
Was it like in the movies where you're walking on campus one day, you're walking in slow motion, she's staring at you like, man,
Magic moment.
all right.
I wish,
Everyone's
but
shaking their head, yes.
not everything was done at once. I didn't wake up one morning, it was like Spider-Man, right? It was like swollen, like just like looks better. Like no, it was over time that I was like contacts, then I was like, okay, weight room, and then hairs, and everything kind of eventually came into, this, which is not great anymore anyway. So yeah, there you go.
I like it. That was beautiful.
Well,
man.
at least yours was 6th grade. Mine was probably not until junior year.
Oh.
If that.
Whoa, I feel better about
So
mine.
I had like braces, and I was nerdy and very shy and really quiet, which I still kind of am. I think I get kind of shy sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was extremely, extremely shy. And I used to love hanging out at the library. I still do. Like, that was my spot. So that's nerdy. It was until, like, I got into powerlifting and then I started being more bold.
Ooh, swole.
But other than
Not
that, I
bold,
was really,
swole.
really, really quiet. Really, really shy and nerdy. Very nerdy.
So when you say nerdy, what do you
That's-
mean by nerdy?
Yeah.
Exactly what I was gonna ask.
Well, I was like tiny and size 1 and just nerdy. Just like
You're tiny, because you're dirty.
I was only into my books, so like
Okay.
no boy.
So you're a bookworm.
Well, it
Bookworm.
was like no, I can't say no boys because I did have a boyfriend freshman year.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
You weren't that nerdy.
I wasn't that nerdy, but I think I was still nerdy. I wasn't the popular girl that was like, that wasn't me.
Were you somebody's? Were you like? Did they just know you? It's like, oh hey, there's
Yeah.
Naomi. Not you're not like, oh my gosh, you're homecoming queen, but like, oh hey Naomi, how you doing? Like they just knew who
Everybody
you were.
just know. If you would ask anybody, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, she was really quiet, shy girl, quiet." That's just me. So that was my. So looking back, that was my insecurity. really shy. I wish that I could go back. I'd be the cheerleader. I'd be like, woo!
Oh,
I have no idea. I apologize to everyone that is wearing headphones right now. I apologize. Our system just blew up.
I've never heard Naomi that loud before.
Yeah, I wish I could go back. Things would be a little bit different. Not too different, but a little bit.
That was so funny.
Now we know why you were quiet.
like the system just like blew up. Like, wow.
This is I can't handle her.
Did you get the thing?
We
moving
have
on that
no
one?
idea what's happening over there.
Oh, I saw a spike. The whole screen.
Devin?
All right, it's my turn.
Dev.
Alrighty. Well, I'll go to a little further in the past. Oh, I am so sorry. Apologize. Anywho, back when I was younger, I used to go to a private school with my sister, and I was one of the youngest people there. So everyone was older. They were doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? So I didn't have that many people to talk to or relate to, right? So it wasn't until I got into public school, probably like 6th grade. It's still then, like, it's a whole another, like, different, like, thing. It's like different, how do I say this? Ballpark. I don't know. That's how I'm gonna say it. Everyone was different. You know, people are starting to like cuss some more. They're more into what's going on TV. And I watched TV, but I wasn't really into I didn't know what they were talking about. So when I didn't say that much, so I was quiet and I was shy. And sometimes when I did say something, they kind of like turn around like, oh my gosh, yada yada yada. Kind of like ganging up. You know how you always gang up on that one person just a little bit. You don't mean to, but it's just funny. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was that person for just for a little bit. So eventually, I just stopped saying nothing because I didn't really couldn't like talk about what happened on TV or whatever, and I didn't want to get really picked on. And it was until like junior high. Junior high started like because that was 6th grade, but it wasn't like 7th or 8th grade. Probably the next year, I was like you, Naomi. I started lifting weights, and I got contacts in 8th grade. Actually, that was where I was chubby and husky, and I wore glasses. I got contacts in 8th grade, and I was still quiet. Like you even asked Patrick. Me and Patrick went to school together, and I was really quiet. But I was somebody. I was in athletics and I did other stuff, and I was in band with Patrick, and people started to know who I was, but yet I was just still quiet. But it was one of those things where, like, if I had said something, people are going to, like, mess with me. So for a while, I was just quiet. And it's still the same way, like, right now. Like, I don't know really what's going on. Like, I'm just going to get quiet until I know what's going on. So it's kind of still the same way, too. But I've gotten out of that shell a little bit because we can just talk about whatever. Like with these guys, I can just talk about whatever, and just stuff what's going on. So yeah, that was one of the things.
Yeah, and I've only known you for a couple of years, but I think even from the first time I met you till now, it's like night and day almost. I think you're definitely
You've
more
evolved.
Yeah.
You're no longer a G in lasagna. You're like an H in Ghost.
Well,
Is that the same thing?
No, because Ghost. You see, you kind of hear it, but lasagna.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I like it. I'll take it.
You're welcome.
I'll take it. Okay. It's better than lasagna. I mean, I like lasagna, but I don't like the G in lasagna.
I want some now.
You down right now?
real, I'm starving.
Shout out Mace's mom if you're listening right now.
We need your lasagna, Mom. We're going to need you to send it over to Midland as soon as possible.
Yeah, but it's one of those things, and I just started talking more, started seeing what was going on, like on TV and the news, and try to relate more. So that was one of the things, my insecurities.
So okay, so your insecurities. Why do you think that it was so hard for you to kind of approach people and talk to people?
Because I didn't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I didn't know how the conversation. You know how I am. A lot of times I don't know how to. I didn't know what to say at the point. Like,
gotcha.
Hey, how you doing?
He doesn't like being like the center of attention because he doesn't want to like get picked on.
I can see that. Okay. And what about you, buddy?
I had none. Alright. I feel like mine's always dramatic. I always take this long pause. I apologize. Anyways, so I want to say two, right, which are both super funny because of how I am today. Okay, we're gonna start off with one, right. When I was younger, I always thought I was fat, right? But looking at pictures, I was like so skinny and scrawny. I did go through like my fat years. In fifth grade, I was huge, right? I was like at least 700 pounds. And then I guess I like grew taller, right? So I was very, very, very like scrawny. Like, you know, I was a little scrawny kid.
Yeah.
So that was my insecurity, and it was like a personal insecurity, which is super weird. I just always thought I was fat. I don't know if I ever got called fat at one time in school. I just always thought I was fat, which is super crazy because if you see me now, ultimate dad bod.
That makes all three of us.
But it is super funny because I had glasses. I had glasses all through high school, and it never bothered me. So it's so funny that you guys implement glasses like negative, and I always had glasses. I only stopped getting glasses. I got contacts because I was working out a lot in college, and I was so tired of them falling off.
Yep.
So I switched to contacts.
Oh, it bothered me so much in sports.
Mm-hmm. But my second one, which is also super funny, right? This is one that actually people would bring up. It was in 7th grade, I believe, and I was in band, right? And I just got new shoes, okay? But they were like Walmart shoes, right?
Gotcha.
And a kid was making fun of me next to him because I had Walmart shoes. I didn't have name brand shoes, right? And I remember going home to my mom and being like, "Ma, I don't want my shoes no more, Mom." And my mom did whatever a respectable parent would do. She made me wear chocolates for the rest of the year. I'm just kidding. JK. So she went out and she got me new shoes, right? Because I have cool parents like that. But that is super funny now because like everyone makes fun of my shoes now.
And you don't care.
Thanks all y'all guys for playing on my insecurity. But yeah, it was super funny because that was like an insecurity of mine. Were my shoes. Like I cared a lot about my shoes at that time. Literally from that kid saying it, I had to have like Vans. I would always wear Vans after that. All because of what that kid said. So that dude, if you're listening, I hope one day you're using the restroom in a public restroom, you're blowing it up, and there's no toilet paper. But yeah.
I'm sure his shoes are terrible now, but
Yeah. So that was my insecurity.
It's crazy how our insecurities as a kid really don't seem that much as we're an adult, as we grow older.
Yeah, they seem ridiculous. Like to think about, high school in general is like so ridiculous to think about back in the day. Because, right, I remember in high school a lot of people fighting for what people said. Right? I can't believe you called me this. I can't believe you said this. And now, like, you go to work or you hang out with friends, and like, if someone were to listen in, you'd be like, "Do y'all guys even like each other?" Right? Because everyone kind of picks on each other, right? And you just kind of laugh and you go along with it. It's like the same essence.
yep.
But in high school, I think a lot of people just took it to heart, right? And it's crazy how you grow up and you kind of shed that off a little bit. And it goes because I feel like I've been the same since high school as far as that. I always joked around in high school, but I would make a lot of people mad. But I feel like I was just joking. Same thing now. It's like I feel like I'm just joking, right? It's just fun, right? Where we can't laugh at your insecurities. What's the point of it, right? That's my my thought process on it. So high school in general is just the weirdest thing. Because if I could go back as me, I'm with Naomi. Like a lot of things would change. I would do way more stuff because you'd be a little more confident. You'd be like, who cares? Like I'm gonna go and do baseball. I can't hit the ball, but who cares? So like it's just kind of those things that you kind of hold yourself back at in high school. And I think it's because you're kind of nervous about what people are going to think of you, and you don't really have that faith in yourself. But as you grow up, it changes.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of adults, like back when you're younger and you're in high school, they'll say, like, go for it. It doesn't matter what other people think. But when you're in junior high, high school,
you don't believe it.
You don't believe it at
Yeah.
all. You want that approval from other, like your classmates or your friends. Like you don't know what I'm going through, adult. Like, I need one
Yes.
of my friends. Yeah.
And it's so crazy because you can hear 1,000 times that you can do it, right? 1,000 times in high school you could do it, or 1,000 times in high school that your shoes are fine, or 1,000 times in high school to be a cheerleader, or 1,000 times in high school that who cares if you have glasses, but that one person says something, that one other kid tells you something, and it changes your whole entire attitude. Like, no, I don't want it.
Well,
Right, so-
and I think a lot of it has to do too. Like in school, it feels like the only thing you do have is your image, right? Is what people think of you. Like that's the only thing that you feel like you can kind of control is by the way you dress or the way you act. You can kind of make people like you, or you want as many people to be cool with you, so you don't have those people that say your shoes are lame or your glasses are dumb. You know what I mean? So that's why I think at school you feel like this is what matters. This is the only thing that matters is my image, is my popularity or anything like that. So as an adult, when that stuff's gone, you're like, oh, that was lame. That was real stupid.
I beg to differ on the people don't say your shoes are lame as you get older because everyone at work always picks on me for my shoes. So,
Buddy, I've helped you. I've helped you step up your shoe game a little bit.
See, that's coming from a guy that says he's helped me. Meaning, at one time he thought my shoe game wasn't on point.
Your shoe game was not on point.
He is the definition of what caused my insecurities 10 years ago.
I'm helping you though. I could just be making fun of you, but I'm helping you.
That was so
That doesn't make it any better at all. Literally at all.
that was so sad that we had to get rid of the Kyries.
I was upset you lost the Kyries.
Yeah. I had some Kyries. I've been through some hard times, and
Man,
they were torn down, but they were still good shoes. And because of you guys, I had to get them rid of them.
I didn't make fun of your Kyries. I might have.
Yeah.